Look! Another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then... there should be a key... inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it. Even if Danans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here, both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting to keep what makes this realm so special alive. Don't lose hope, Kisara. Shut him down!
I can't heal you forever!
Now I'm real mad!
Rising Wiper!
Theon, astral energy, full throttle! Go! I need to be stronger.
Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber.
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool! I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave wouldn't know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danons are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother, he dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother. And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
I'm on the front! Careful! It has some kind of camouflage! Pierce the evil!
Hit a word!
Try this! Dance in the wind!
Smash you!
Air thrust! Flash!
Talon Storm! That frickin' does it! Eat this!
Rising healing arm! In here! Ross, you alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Will this help?
Eat this!
It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
Power blade! Flash! Try this! Eat dirt!
I'll tear you apart!
You're mine! Mirage! Crumble!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Watch this!
This one's mine!
Take this!
Where are you going? Wind astral energy!
It was nice while it lasted.
Raging cascade! I'll heal you all!
Rising Wyvern!
Dance in the wind!
Mirage!
Air thrust! Photon swimmer! Here goes!
Power blade! Be still!
Attack time!
Here's a
Mirage!
Rolling snap! I'll finish you here
Rising
and now!
Wyvern!
Dance in the wind! Out of ammo! Seal! First aid! More for the stockpile!
First strike!
Blah, blah, blah!
Hit Tom! Sword Ring High!
Thunder!
You picked the wrong fight! Rising Wyvern!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Rising Wyvern!
Rhythm tear! Here I go! It's over!
Eat this!
Lightning condensed! Radiant Thunderblade! Cover the caster! Light astral energy! Raging cascade! I'm out! Let the marksman handle it! Dance in the wind!
Demon Fang!
Air thrust! Here, let me help you!
Rollerblade!
First aid!
That is
Inferno Turret! You're
Radiant
close!
light! Here!
First strike!
Raging
Watch
sword!
this!
Here, let me help! Ready!
I owe you one.
I'm on it! I'll tear you apart!
I can handle it! I'm out!
Dance!
Seal! Back into the
Hit
fray!
Tom!
Mega ray! Stockpile!
roll now!
Here's a healing
You're
arm!
mine!
First aid!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Here, let me
You're
help!
mine! First strike!
Wind astral energy!
Burn it
Dance in the
down!
wind!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Saving this one! Searing flame! Reload! Wind astral energy! Raging cascade!
That move!
Here comes the big one!
Lost my focus!
Can't get
Take this!
I'll heal you all! Where are you going? More for the stockpile!
I can handle it!
Let me help! Here!
I owe you!
Far enough!
No escape!
More for the here goes! Not in your dreams! I'll heal
It's
you all!
on! Not today!
Raging storm! Hey, that...
I'm not done!
Hey, that... Here!
I'm not done!
Lightning orbs!
You're
Raging
mine!
stains! Sleep now! More for the top! I'm out!
That freaking does
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! Lightning is dead! Glacial spear! Pierce the evil!
Try this!
Freeze laser!
It's for it!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
Glacial spear!
I'm not done! Rising Wyvern!
Now
This one's mine!
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Rising Wyvern!
The sky is mine!
We've got him on the run!
Don't get caught on me!
Right. Still anyone's fight.
In here! I'm just getting in your dreams! Glacial spear! Pierce the evil! In the wind! Air thrust! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
That
Rising Wyvern!
Photon! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Here, let me help! First
I
aid!
owe you one.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Eagle fly! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade!
It's time for it!
Showtime!
Take this!
I'll smash you!
Mirage!
I'll tear you apart! Now I'm in the ready to go! Felt fine not too long ago.
Rising Wyvern!
One more! Magnum, let the marksman handle this!
I'm on here!
Now!
Lost my focus!
Gia!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship? Ridiculous. Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Tsar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act, as the Lord of Elda Menencia. Go. To Mahag Sar, Ganeth Horrors, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you all right with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renin. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans. You're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
How's that for a kick? I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No!
You all arrived here from Lithuania, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danans and Renans have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Eldaman and Sia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened.
But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renin lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream.
All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Mahag Sar.
Go no further!
Swallow blade!
Searing Swallow! Raging Star!
This one's all mine!
Eagle Fly!
You
If
picked the
they
wrong
rush
fight!
you, you gotta just recover, okay?
Damn it! Not a chance!
Now! Ridwell, Astral Energy! Full throttle!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons. A fish!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Hup. Not my lucky day, I guess. Ha!
Nothing's biting. I've got a good feeling about this one. I did it! But I'm not gonna quit now.
Are we going to be able to finish all that?
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each...
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for...
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our trap, so if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before. But looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Eldermen and Sea Guard. So, in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me. I'm always amazed what healing arts can...
Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you...
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You have...
I guess it's for...
Right.
Having guards doesn't...
Even so,
I don't know.
But she does.
You know, perhaps I'll get...
of course.
You might.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Why are you looking at me like...
I came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised. Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield?
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second.
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. All right. There's nowhere to run from my heart.
If he slows down, that's our chance!
Take this!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf! Crazy cascade!
Now or never.
Feel! Dragon!
Take this!
You're mine! Concentration! One more time!
Here, throbbing pain.
Tectonic punch!
Prepare to be sealed of fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking and more doing.
Rising Wyvern!
Feel!
No further!
I'll bet they have this one!
get out of this!
You're lightning orb!
You're on! Dragon! I'll finish you here and now! Rising Wyvern! I'm on! In the wind! Talon Hurricane! In a bind? Rising Wyvern!
Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Glacial spear!
Rising Wyvern! Watch this!
More where that came from!
Explore! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
This one's mine!
You picked the wrong fight!
The tide of battle has turned.
That's the power of comrades in arms.
Right. Comrades in arms.
Whoa! Too sentimental?
Glacial spear.
An astral box?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Light I think I'm getting stronger. hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Try this!
Nothing gets by me!
Fire up! Take this! Burn in hell! Swallow blade!
Here, let me help!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Try this!
We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Raw's on.
Here goes! Don't mind if I do!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy! Way to go!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
But maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands. I've got a really bad feeling about this. Come on.
Infernal turret!
Where are you going? Here, let me help.
I owe you one.
Now! What did they just get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one.
I'm already on! I'm just getting started! Try this! Infernal turret!
Can't get out of this!
Rising wyvern!
Far enough!
Take this! Mirage! Try this! Infernal turret! Glimmer blade!
Now!
Run well! Demons descend! Flashing fang! I can feel my power growing!
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Now I can let loose!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Where are you going?
I'm like
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Something you wanted to say?
Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Raw's on.
Coming through!
Be still! Rising Falcon!
Can't be
Damn, they beat me to it.
Gotta be quick, or I'll take them all myself.
Oh, like hell yeah.
Air thrust!
We can really make weapons with this? Long enough to regret this.
Don't mind if I do.
Watch it!
Into the shadows! Fall into thy
Here I come!
Lightning descends!
Now you see what I can do.
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Lightning strike!
Now I'm real mad.
Where are you going?
Burn! Eat this!
Oh, Aries! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Lightning fire!
Here's evil! Now!
Too fast! Run well! Demon's descent! Flashing bang! Easy!
Way to go!
Rising fountain!
Raging cascade!
Rising wyvern! Soaring
Now!
red spear! Long! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
I'm ready for the next battle.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. About this.
I'm surrounded! Dragon form! This one's all mine!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Here I come! Swordland Alpha!
Photon blast!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that.
Now you see what I can do!
Healing circle!
Now I can let loose!
Did you just hear me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Hurricane Thrust!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done!
I'll run you through! Devastation! Rising Falcon!
Where are you going?
Dragon Form! Sonic Thrust! Rising One! Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Nice one, Alphen.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant.
However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm... Been looking for you. For me? Why?
said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Freeze laser!
First strike!
Take this.
Fall into thy
That's on!
Enjoy.
You picked the wrong fight!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
One's mine!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
Speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Eagle fly!
Enjoy.
Healing circle! Arc field! Like me! Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Take this!
I can carve through armor!
You're on!
Puddle!
You're on!
Here.
Healing flame of fury! Burning strike!
That freaking does
Here's
it!
the wheeling
Take
arm!
this.
Cover the head!
Enjoy.
This one's all mine!
Show me your strength.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Now or never.
You're on!
Fall.
No further!
Mega ray!
Rising Wyvern! You're on!
Take this.
Here, let me help.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought you
I'm
were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've...
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danons, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danons rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Bayfon, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadheim's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadheim. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danons in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danons, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's because you and the little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danon's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renin pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
represents a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right?